Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a full walkthrough of the 2026 Toyota Yaris Cross. We'll dig into how it looks inside and out, how it drives, and what it costs. If you're thinking about a small hybrid SUV that's efficient and easy to live with, this could be one to consider. Let's start with the exterior. The Yaris Cross wears a compact SUV shape but with the kind of elevated ride height you'd expect in a crossover. The front end is bold without being overdone, the grille is relatively restrained, the LED headlights are sleek and modern, and the body has a mix of smooth surfaces and subtle sculpting that gives it some attitude. According to one source, the 2026 model includes styling cues such as gloss black accents, a contrast roof option and sportier alloy wheels, especially in the GR Sport trim. From the side you'll notice the higher stance, chunky wheel arches, and the impression of something more substantial than a small hatchback. At the rear there's a clean design, and depending on the version you might find dual exhaust finishers and a diffuser element in the sportier versions. On the whole, the exterior makes a statement. You get the ease of maneuverability for urban use, yet a bit of the attitude of a crossover. Turning to the interior, the Yaris Cross remains sensible and functional. The driving position is good thanks to the extra ride height. You sit higher than in many super mini cars, so visibility and general awareness are strong. Up front there is decent space for driver and passenger, and Toyota has included useful stowage such as a deep center console cubby. The infotainment has been updated in recent models, with larger touchscreens and better connectivity. That said, the interior does have its compromises. Rear seat space is a little tight. Taller passengers may find headroom or legroom less generous than they'd like. Boot space is adequate but not class-leading. It's well-shaped but smaller than some rivals. The materials are generally good, but some reviewers feel the styling is a little austere compared to more flamboyant rivals. So if you want maximum space and flash interior design, there might be alternatives, but if you prioritize reliability, efficiency and a sensible package, the Yaris Cross delivers. Looking at performance and driving experience, the Yaris Cross uses a hybrid powertrain, a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder petrol engine in Atkinson cycle mode, paired with electric motors. The output varies depending on specification, around 114 bhp, or the equivalent metric, for standard models, up to about 129 bhp in the sportier trims. The acceleration isn't dramatic. 0 to 100 km per hour, 0-62 miles per hour, is quoted at about 10.7 seconds for the quicker version. What really stands out though is the fuel economy. In real-world use you can get very good mileage, especially if you're doing urban and mixed driving. The hybrid system also gives you smoother transitions when moving low speeds, and a relaxed driving feel. On the downside, some reviewers point out that ride comfort suffers a bit in versions with larger wheels, with the suspension being a little firm and some road noise creeping in. Also, the 3-cylinder engine does make its presence known under load. In terms of handling, the Yaris Cross feels nimble for its size, especially in city traffic, and the elevated view helps when maneuvering. Now for pricing and value. Exact pricing will vary depending on region, import duties, local specs etc., but to give you a ballpark, in the UK the Yaris Cross was priced from around £26,050 for the base hybrid version up to £34,450 or so for the higher spec AWD model. If you convert that to other currencies and markets you'll want to adjust for local tax and extras, but it gives an idea of its segment. Premium for a small crossover, but not luxury sub-expensive. Considering features, hybrid drivetrain and brand reliability, many buyers will regard it as good value. On the flip side, because of the hybrid tech and brand premium, you will pay more than a basic petrol small SUV, so your budget should reflect that. Putting it all together, if you're in the market for a compact SUV-style vehicle that offers hybrid efficiency, reliable brand backing, and an elevated driving position with decent practicality, the 2026 Yaris Cross presents a compelling option. The interior may not be the flashiest in the class, and if you often carry tall passengers in the rear or load up large items regularly you might find more space in rivals, but for everyday driving, commuting and urban living it ticks a lot of boxes. It does a good job balancing the efficiency and ease of use that many people need with just enough crossover styling to appeal to those who want something more adventurous than a hatchback. If you like, we can check how it compares specifically in the Pakistani market, import, tax, after sales, or against rival models available here. Want me to pull that together next?